For the it was a 7 or the 5 on here, okay? Basically, you got before and after. The left-hand one was your before. As we said, we can't see grip pressure, but you can just see in terms of swinging the golf club how more fluid your swing would seem, and how you know yourself when you're gripping it looser.
Yeah.
You felt that, to be fair. So keeping that in mind, that's kind of your main setup thing. Because like I said at the start, a lot of good positions there in terms of yourself, in terms of grip, ball position, posture going down the line there, everything else looking very, very good. The issue for me, as we said, when you went back, there was a lot of, I see your hand, that left hand or your glove hand, before the club's even gone back a short way, is facing out, so you've done a lot of that to start with, okay? Which is meaning the club's going to get opened up and then start getting behind you. Then when you had a lot of leg movement into that, as you can see the club going back here now, halfway back, we got quite a collapsed left leg there. If I said you hit a 50, 60 yard shot with a wedge, that's kind of what you'd look for, but I doubt you'd have that much leg movement for a 50, 60 yard shot. You're independently moving that leg, which means if your leg goes in, your top half now is going in different directions. Then you're trying to change the path, which is the incorrect thing to change it, as we said. So you've got a lot of disconnect there with different movements going back and forth, okay? So the takeaway is still a little bit opening up with the club, as we can see, but in terms of the lower half, much better, yeah? So a much more stable base going back there.
That's quite crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you go to the top of the backswing, you see how much more, and that knee's starting to go down a bit more now, so that knee's turning a lot there, okay? That's kind of long driver, left leg movement there, where they're trying to really wind it up to get, exactly. Well, it's shocking, but it's just more.
I didn't realise it was that
Well,
bad.
and you wouldn't, And again, you can see your right foot there sort of rolling there onto the right side, outside of your weight. Exactly. Now, if you look at the top of the backswing here now, you look at that there, I mean, if you say you're watching a golf on TV, you can see, and you're not shortening your backswing. Your backswing hasn't got any shorter, but it's just a much more stable base to work from. So now you can kind of unwind with a bit more speed, a bit more power and more control, with the feeling that you're swinging the golf club, as we said, on this sort of arc this way, in and around. We're not trying to swing in to out. There's no straight lines in a golf swing. The golf swing's a circle. Circles have continual edges that go around the side. Okay, I'm not trying to swing out there or change this way. And I think what happened in the past, when you hit your slice, everyone goes, got a slice and out to in. I see a lot of golfers who hit slices actually coming from in to out slightly, but the face is just 10 degrees open, so the ball kind of starts on target and just keeps going further right.
Yeah.
As long as the ball ends up right and it spins left to right, it's seen as a slice. People know this, but they always assume, I must be out to win spinning the golf ball. Well, what you're getting is you're out to win based on the club face. The club face aims over there and your path is this way, your path is left of the club face. If I just do this with my path, the club face is still open to target, the path now is way left.
Yeah.
If I swing my path to target, that's to target, the club face aiming over here somewhere, the club face now is open relative to that angle, so the information you're giving the golf ball now is a ball spinning that way. Doesn't matter which direction your path comes with, the face is open, you're going to get left to right spin. The thing is, what you'll find, if the ball's missing, for example, if you're spinning the ball this way, people do whatever they possibly can to try and start it over there somewhere. Aim further left, turn the club face in at address, roll their arms more, do all these things. And then when you kind of sort of hit a few shots where you learn how the club face and the path sort of work together, then it becomes too much, and whoosh, the ball starts going left.
Yeah.
And if your path is too far from in to out, or going out towards that right hand 100 sign, if the club face then does square up, you end up getting like a different shaped shot that way. So then, like I said, where do you aim? You've got right to left, left to right, and it's just a complete jumbled mess, really. And it's very difficult then to play golf if you don't know where the golf ball's going to go. If you know you're going to hit one way, okay, if I'm going to be a bit of a fade with the ball or a slicer, aim on the left hand side, hit my stock shot all day. And in some ways, that's what I try to kind of encourage people to do, is pick a stock shot, one that you can hit 7-8 times out of 10. So under pressure, you can hit that same left to right and right to left isn't bad and good. It's your personal preference. It's like left-footed players to right-footed players, or left-handed squash players to right-handed squash players. It's just your personal preference. There's no benefit or positive or better in terms of anyway, as long as you get the golf ball the same repeatedly, consistently every single time.
Yeah.
If you know if your target, for example, is there, okay, and your tee is here, if you know you can start it there and do that, do that. If you want to start it there and do that, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
As long as you've got the same sort of, as long as it's not kind of that way or the other version, where it's a big extreme, doesn't really matter which way you shape it. But it's finding a consistent shot that you can hit over and over again. So when the pressure's on, or when you say the first shot, I feel nervous now. First tee, 18th hole, playing against your mates, chance to break 90, consist of these kind of things are going to create situations where anxiety levels get a bit, and all these things kick in. You've got to be able to stand there, that goal ball, okay, right, I'm going to be nice and loose with that grip pressure. I've got one swing thought, pull the trigger. not other things.
I was doing that before.
Oh,
I'm trying to do everything on you.
And how many times we all click on YouTube, we click on things, and you're trying to find every single magic move, and a lot of the stuff the guys say out there aren't wrong, but it's their own personal swing feelings, but they're teaching somebody they can't see. Yet when you're giving a lesson to someone, you look at the person's ball flight and their golf swing based on that ball flight. If you can't see any of those things and you're sort of giving a generic, well, if you're doing this, chances are guys who slice the ball could be out to win, but not a guarantee.
Yeah.
Guys who are topping the ball could have the ball position too far forward, or they could be. There's lots of different reasons why certain shots are created. It's not just, oh, you're doing this, you must be doing that wrong. Okay, so we can get yourself again looser with that grip press. That's kind of your main setup thing. And I say, in terms of your range practice, hit some shots on the range. Just from this far, just swing to there where your lower half's barely moving. It'll feel very static to start with. Okay, and then over time you sort of just build up a little bit longer till you get to that position. There's a little bit sort of kink at the end, which is fine, to be fair, because you just sort of turn your shoulders, sort of coiling up, but it's still quite stable. This is the king. You're hitting off this left foot there. Okay. Like an ankle breaker. Someone comes in from the side there too. Yeah. Well, but it just again, you couldn't see that, didn't feel that. So yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, you're always going. And the thing is, people just try and change based on what they think they're doing wrong. I'm out to win. I'm into it. I'm this thing. So they're just changing some ways the wrong thing. By changing that lower half, that will get the club working more in front. If you said if the lower half's doing a lot of this, the club's going to want to go round. It'll be very unnatural to go this way. Okay, so when this starts being quiet, as we said, the arms are going to start working this way as opposed to around that way. Yeah. That kind of makes sense?
Yeah.
Excellent.